Yeah. Yeah. Woo. Back.
Right, hello, welcome along, Solana Gaming with Barn Dog, updates, alpha, all that kind of stuff. Not a lot of alpha these days, this is more of an update kind of blog. I'm going to start a game of Anatoly the Cat. I've had 2 games today. I'm not getting as much time to play as I would like, but still smashing out a couple of games, had a couple of wins. So if we hear the noise, we'll come and have a game. Let's get into the updates though. What have we got? It's been a big week as always. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to do just one a week for these. And I'll try and make them good and do more than just, of course, my favourite thing being STEPN. So Monday to Friday, still doing this at STEPN. Friday this week, 2 live events. We've got one happening in Adelaide, South Australia. It's down near Antarctica. You might have heard about it. Now, this is going to be super fun, super great event. And really looking forward to meeting the team, meeting Yawn, meeting Jason, meeting people like Jill, Tyson, Bryn's down there as well. 8 hours later, 10 hours later, whatever I think they're 9 hours behind me, so it'll be about 8.5 behind the event. We've got the one happening in Wales at the Neath Athletic Tracks. Now, this is with Andrew. He's an awesome dude. We've had him on many Twitter spaces, and he's a traditional runner. So he's actually getting into the crypto side of it as well. Of course, he's in crypto. But it's a way for the different communities to start doing these live events, and I love it. You can still get a hold of Andrew and be a part of that. Part of that event. Now, I was looking at stuff. I put a bit of a video on last night. I made the video last night, put it on this morning. A learnings and info for crypto and STEPN. So this is a bit of a basic beginner's guide for me. There wasn't anything super hardcore on there, but I put a little bit about how I've come into the system. A few things to think about for crypto, joining good communities, being safe, turning off privacy settings, those kinds of things. And then in the second half, I talk about STEPN and the basics behind STEPN and getting started and understanding some of the basics of that game. Now, there are plenty of crypto games out there. I've even got a list in that video of 20 odd games that I've got NFTs for coming to Solana. Some are playing now. You can see every week I play some, and I've got assets in some of these games. Let's go and have a look at the old Shills Iron, see how Mr. Vinnie Vincent is going. Issue number 53. Treasure Island still gets talked about a fair bit. We're going to go and see... No, we're not. That's in America. Imagine riding around like that on a bike. An absolute genius way to turn your NFT into something more than just an image, utilizing the IP that you now own to make a themed restaurant and make your business stand out from the crowd. It's funny, when you get a bone feeder name, you can actually buy it and get a certain amount of data for that, and you can put information there. I probably should do that for my own things. It's really funny too here with the NFT marketplaces. There's Magic Eden. Is there anything else apart from game-driven ones themselves? They are cool. Wales is pumping out the videos. Not, no more than different, but he is a good dude. If you want to be watching stuff about Solana DeFi, it's good to see some of his things coming in there. And of course, we've got the great, the great DAO Hacker House coming in the end of May. You think you need a can of VB in there, Aussie NFT guy. What have we got? That is a cool picture. Bulls, who's that? Fearless Bulls. Now, was that one of the ones that have been doing big? So it's funny to see Catalina Whale Mixer up there at 41 Sol. I remember the AMA we did with them at Grape. That was good. They must have launched or talked about maybe their mixer actually coming out. They plan on doing a lot of live events and stuff. And as COVID starts to calm down, we're going to start to see things like this. Oh, not PG. Lucky I turned off the children's. This is not for children. Once a week, these are worthwhile, you know, and I don't mind spending an extra minute or two in the video actually going through it. You can see me looking at it. That is some cool stuff there. Is that a hand? This kind of looks like not Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. What was the one with Cheech and Chong in it? The no. The vampire movie. Marco Polo. That was a really amazing TV series on Netflix. He was an amazing dude in history. Italian, going through Mongolia, through the whole trail. What's the game? What's the game? What's the game? What are we looking at? Oh, it is a game? You can... Nah, that's just some dude. There's a lot of titties in this one, Vincent. All right. Oh, hello. That's my sneakers finished minting, but unfortunately we've got a server maintenance for another 20 minutes. It's like when the server's under maintenance. I remember for World of Warcraft, when the server's down and you can't log in, you can't do your characters, you can't play the game, go farming, farm for lotuses, minerals, mines, rich thorium veins, all that kind of shit. And it's very, very similar feelings when STEPN's down. You can't look at sneakers, can't upgrade if you've got one going, you can't check the marketplace, all those kinds of things. Bitcoin shit the bed a bit this week. That sent Binance down, sent Solana down, FTX is down. Now, funny with the tokens for STEPN. So obviously I know a fair bit about Solana, not Solana, about STEPN, and I follow the game a lot. And GMT, I thought that would go up a little bit more. So what happened was with GST was popping around $5.60, $5.70, close to its all-time high, and 40% of the minting cost from minting sneakers in the game got rotated into GMT. GMT has a 6 billion token cap, and it's put more utility on the GMT token as they bring out these other 8. I don't know why I got to do my fingers out, but there's 8 more utility items and events for the GMT token. And it was interesting because then GST dropped a little bit to $4.80. People took profit, whatever they did, and it's just bumped up again. It is a beast at the moment. So I thought GMT would go up a little bit more. If you're playing STEPN and you're thinking about it and watching my other videos, of course, you should be thinking about the use cases and what are you going to need it for. So it was interesting seeing that was just volume I put on there. I just wanted to have a bit of a look. A lot of these I just don't know a lot about. I'm getting, you know, I don't do NFTs mainly. I mainly do what hits my realm and my radar or games. Jairus, the slow mint. I love watching these guys. 1700 out of 27. One of the slowest mints I've followed, and it makes me curious how the whole project's going to go. So I've got my 5. They've done a bit of tweeting and a lot of graphics coming out about their OGs. So these will be their pets in the game. You can ride them. It'll be in the mini game, and of course that should hopefully be out this quarter. And the more you get, I think it's 1.75 mint. It's a cheap mint. You know, you're taking a risk. It's a long build project. I still think it's I'm happy with mine. Aurori's a funny one. I'm not sure if I put it on last week's video, but they've got staking for your Aurori. So I'm guessing you earn the Ori. You can now stake on expeditions to collect artifacts, eggs, and Ori. So NFTs, things to go towards NFTs. Now the price point on Aurori is out of most people's games. And it's funny, I say that, AUR. But how are you going to get people in when you're looking at 43 entry point? All right, so with that, it was also a special one. I wanted to tie back to... Oh, hello. I know what that noise is. So I wanted to tie that Aurori back to... they had a hack last week. So this is Anatoly the cat, by the way, because I know the noise coming about. So there was a hack on Aurori Discord last week where someone talked about one of their mods was hacked. And he was doing a spam out, you know, join this server, we're doing 1,000 NFTs. All Discords at some stage will have a hack, a scam, an NFT link drop, something, people trying to impersonate team members, and be careful in crypto. So for Arorium, that was disappointing to see that. This is a game I think that's one of the top 3 in Solana. I won't be buying an Arorium based on the launch last year. Of course, anybody that's followed me has seen that. I'm very open and honest about that, but I'll play the free-to-play version of it because I'm curious to see how it comes out. I didn't see who the name of this was. They've got some new artwork in here. So you've got 4 stats on this. Sometimes you've got to think, what have they got? With this system, with the second version of this game that I've seen, you get 10 cards in your draft to build your deck. Before there was a random deck. I was going to pick Charisma then. I just wasn't sure. I only just got in. But because whoever this is I'm playing has got the first start, they kind of statistically can pick the card. It needs a bit more of a randomization. But I enjoy this. It's a very, very basic card game. I think they're going to be minting at some stage in the next few months. I don't think the rush is... Oh, woo! All right, so who was that? We'll do them a shout out while we're there. Game ended. Duglas. Cheers, dude. So that'll give me a little bit of points to go towards the leaderboard. And there's 2 options at the moment. So you can play a standard, you can play a draft. The draft is 10 cards on the table. They pick, you pick, they pick, you pick, and you go towards that. So as you can see, I'm only just above 1,000. So we'll put that in. We'll go for another game if we can do it. So Arorium, Discord was hacked. Genesis quest for kaiju cards. I'll go along and show you that. That helped kick my kaijus that were locked. They got found, and that was cool. I'm still playing that every day. Interested to see where the kaiju goes. So we know they're building. Now, the Remnants, they had a big week. They had their female drop. So the females smashed it. 2.5 Solana mint. And we'll see the marketplace. Unfortunately, I missed the floor going up. And I wanted more, but I think there's value in it. Now, I really loved this video. Let's see if we can get some sound on it. It's a very basic video, but I like it. Gives me a chance to have a drink too. So that's the camp coin. So I had Juice at Great Protocol for the last Great Gaming Day I did. And the females, I don't believe breeding is going to come into the game. So I think it is just the females, and we'll get to that shortly. Duglas again. My turn. This was good. All right. Oof. I'm going to try Trent. Hopefully, this was what I picked the one before. So the cards are randomized as to what order they come out. He may have a different one here. Oof. 28. Oh, lucky. So let's see how we go. Because I've started, do I have a better chance? I'll just make this a second game for the video. We're 13 minutes in. This is the thing. I like having this on the side and playing it. Sometimes there might be a little bit of time and I forget about that I've got queue going and I might go out and get a feed or something like that. And that does hurt my end trophy count. Oh, mischief. Go, Charles. Come on, Charles. The times aren't long. You don't have long to play with it. There should be like a few second timer at the end there. 2 out of 1. You know, they could do backgrounds for this. There's talks of updates and they're going to have energy and spells and mana and all kinds of stuff. But this is live. This is live using my wallet. Use a burner if you need to use a burner. Have a burner account you use for your minting. Put a little bit of Solana in there for transactions. All right, this is the decider. That was one of my best cards. Me hippie. Woo. What do we hear? Intellect, I've found, has a whole lot of very high stats, but I'm going to go with it anyway. That is my best stat there. I'm thinking Charisma might have been a smarter choice. Let's see if Vitalik, the rat, can do it for me. Woo! Like I did, because otherwise that would have then been a draw on the Charisma, 2-2, and he may have gained some points and I would have lost some points. Let's get back into the rest of the video. So with Remnants, I like the launch. I now have 1 male, 1 female. I have 3 camps, so nothing hardcore. Just the 2, but I'll show you how that changed in the game for me. And you can see the floors going, activity. I don't know what it is in the last 24 hours. So what I'm looking at here is to see what the volume is. And you can see that's a lot. It's trading a lot. So this has been a successful launch for the team, because keep in mind, when teams launch, this is a fundraise. This is a fundraise to get more production for the team, to maybe hire on more devs, to pay some bills, to pay artists, to do more work for the game, more coders, all these kinds of things. So when they sell that asset at 2.5, I think they easily could have sold it at 5, and that would have been a fair price, and I would have happily paid mine. Obviously, I got a whitelist for owning a male. But every time you buy and sell that particular asset, there will be a royalty. I believe it was 10%. Yeah, 10% royalty. So every sale after that helps the team, helps the project. It is a great way, and there is a lot of confidence in this game within the community itself. See my, this was mine. This was my mint. I didn't go and buy another one. So why didn't I buy more at 9? I thought they would launch and they'd go in, you know, between 5 and 8. And I wanted to pick a few more up in 5s, and I've just kind of left it. I'm happy. I've got a male, I've got a female, I've now got 3 lands. You can meld those lands together. Another game I wanted to talk about a little bit, Project Alloon. I don't pump or shill these guys out enough. I think they are a long-term top 5 game for Solana. They've got the team behind them that can do it. And they've got this little thing in Discord where every so often, it's not on a set timer, a monster is released and you do a slash catch and you've got a chance at getting that monster. Initially, that was launched with just the Star Garden owners, but now I believe it might be open to everyone. And if you're lucky enough to win one, bang, you get an NFT. These will be used for the minigame. This is a game, but the community is intelligent. They're code breakers. They've had a lot of fun talking. They are a very busy Discord. Their AMAs are full of intelligent people, and I like it. Still a good, viable one. Now, wouldn't this look awesome with a barn dog on here? Come on, Asics. Hit the dog up. No, these look good. So I've been looking a little bit too much at shoes. I bought another pair on the weekend. I put that in a video yesterday. I'm not a shoe expert, but now I start looking at shoes a lot more and reading these parts of the game. So this is a different company that I normally buy from, but this was a new Asics. One of the boys said, have a look at this barn dog, and I am. This was 2 or 3 days old. The Asics sneakers on Binance are going ridiculously high. They're 50 times for the moon, for the shoebox, and the sneakers themselves 25. That's a 50 times in a 1 or 2 weeks. And the uncommons are going for ridiculous amounts. Bit of a not fantastic launch in effect, but there should be more happening on Binance with Asics and STEPN in May. Keep your eyes peeled. Big time. A little bit of information. I'm tracking this for a reason. It's funny. I've now got teams asking to get my opinion. I'm just a regular dude. I see that. Yes, I've been approached by other teams to look at other games and stuff like that. And what I've got to think is, are they trying to sell through me to get attention? Because obviously my users, followers, and all of that has gone up. But this big time is the developers are from World of Warcraft, you know, Blizzard developers and stuff like this. So for me, I played WoW for 10 years. If I've got a chance to have a look at it, even though it is an Ethereum game, I'm going to have a look at it. So hopefully I didn't dox myself. I don't think I did. Gamehub, they changed from Knife Fork Spoon to Gamehub. Looking at this, you're going to get a controller, and that's going to be an NFT. And by playing the game and leveling up your controller, you're going to get very similar to STEPN mechanics, where it's got 4 stats. You get certain amount of points per level based on the rarity, and then there's bonuses at level 5, 10, 15, 20. They are building out. I'm liking what I see with them. I've always liked Happy Man and the team. They're guys that are genuine. They're building out something going to be a game hub. Now, DeFi Land. What did DeFi Land show this week? They showed there was a fishing one a little while ago. I think this was the one I was looking at. Yeah, it's got the practice shooting range. I'm just trying to make sure it's the same one. Is that loading? Yeah. So these are some of the mini games they're building out. Oh, it's a tractor. Tractor key on the NFT. That's not going to help you shooting. Come on. I like it. Like, it's still funny. One of those games that I watch and look at, play every day. Metaforge. The young fella, I bought three of the ghost guys and one of the ghost boys for the young fella after we had Matt at Grape on one of the gaming days. And they are going to be doing tokenomics, I believe, soon, and the beta they're working on. Apparently, there's actually other games that are building out Minecraft on crypto. I don't know which ones are coming on Solana, but the young fella is mad for this. He loves it. You know, what 10-year-old doesn't like Minecraft? Now, what's going on here, Matt? Why aren't we designing a barn dog one? Sneaker. STEPN had a really cool medium to read, talks about web at 2.0 to 3.0, the changes. What are the differences? Can we do it better than we did it before? It's a bit of a talk about, you know, males, females, the numbers. It's mainly white men that are investing in crypto. It was a good little eye-opener to see some things like this. I am a white male. Here I am YouTubing and stuff like that. I can see why Australians specifically, why we have a higher risk factor for this. But the main reason I've got you here is to show you this. 1.7 million over the last month, 400,000 daily active users, and 1,900,000 in the last 7 days. The numbers are absolutely massive. This is why we're seeing, even though 40% of the GST minting cost got moved into GMT, the pressure on the GST token is absolutely monstrous. So what does that mean long term? Is it going to stay that way? No, it won't stay that way. So you would expect that eventually the GST price will come down. So I don't want to talk about this on speculation. I'm not going to be hedging my bets on whether it's going to go up or down. I expected that with the fact that they took 40% into GMT, I thought GMT would go up a little bit more and GST would come down. But here we are. There's so much demand on that. How that happens, it is an interesting cycle to read. Now you can see STEPN's mission there. That was the one I've just mentioned. Let's go to this slide. What is happening in DeFi land? I'll go click on me cows. I haven't been fishing in a while now. Oh, I need to go and even harvest these, right? Let us have a quick look at Remnants, because that takes a few seconds while that happens. So Remnants, 7,000 out of 8,000 playing. So what's that? 7/8, 84% retention rate. Not many listed. That's pretty huge. So you can see the male, female. They just slipped in seamlessly after they were launched on Magic Eden. They came into game. You still got the key system. But what is really cool about Remnants is it's a game that's very simple. You've got your wallet address there. On the female, wallet address, bloody binoculars. Anyone? Binoculars. Fuck me. First two things. But because old mate Remy here, I'm going to have to pick a name for him. Old mate here, he needs a beard. I'd call him the dog. But he had so much crap. I'm still not using my trolley. Luchan's good, but I've now got a level 3 and a level 2 survival guide on there because it's giving me more income. I used all of my gold and I wanted to buy more keys because I want to do more radiation zone. I want to go in there and try and get the megalite, metal detector, and banana. So what I'm kind of aiming for now, I guess I could send my bolt cutters to my female and have her farming the military base, and then have old mate Remy for me in the radiation zone. But if I go to the radiation zone, I would then want to make sure I'm using my trolley and those two. Funny game, isn't it? Like, it's just a bit of... It makes me think, oh, you've got to be here while this is doing this. All right. This is one of the drawbacks of DeFi land, is that if you go off screen, it pauses that function until you're there. I'll see, though, I've just seen a message. Just showing you guys my Discord. I'll bring it on screen now while it's happened. So these monsters get dropped. Now, I've got a golem. I've got 2 nectar phase, but you can still attempt to catch it. So I can come in here and go, show me my status. Bang, I've got 0 catch attempts left, and I've only just come off cooldown because I caught a NFT. I caught a creature a little while ago, but otherwise I would do a /catch, and that would allow me to get that. So let's come in here. Let's harvest this. Now, what is cool about this part of the harvest cycle is that starts. Let's see if I can go to my bank. Nope, I don't want to go to my bank yet. I want to go here. Is this going to let me? Oh. So it's not reset. So I'll need to reset the game. Sometimes I leave it for a couple of days and don't reset. So I harvest my crops there. Triple T, run. They were eventual things. And let that go. All right. So back to Remy. They're going. So I get 4 keys a day. Eventually they're going to go to a... they're going to be going to an energy system. And I can see how that's going to work into the game. But from the radiation zone, I believe it will be... I think the Megalite's going to allow you to farm the Longwood mines, maybe. I don't know what the other one's going to do. But this ID card, that's going to allow you to get into the next government building. Other stuff I'm watching, like I said, Anatoly. I'm watching the camps. I still would love 2 more, but another 16, 17 Solana, that's a gem. It's a gem. All right. So it's a bit of a look over. That's my updates. That's my highlights. Yeah, I want to play more and more games. Obviously, I'm running a shitload. I'm moving to earn. I'm earning a lot of money in STEPN and playing that and really enjoying it. The young fella, he is absolutely loving it. We bought him a pair of Mizunas. Is it Mizunas? The Vietnamese brand of runners. Now he needs a support shoe. We found this out by going to our local shoe store and getting a professional to check his feet out. But we now know the type of shoe he has, and he absolutely loves them. So for a 10-year-old that used to sit on his PlayStation all the time playing computer games, we've got him outside moving, and he does something like 5-6 kilometers every day. It is very, very good. So games like this isn't as hardcore yet. Some of the updates are going to be good. Games like this isn't as hardcore yet. Kaiju cards, did we look at that? No. So they brought out version 2, and you can see the gateway. You can see what you've got. You can see the fact that your Kaijus are in game. Kaijus are in wallet. You can see I've got 349.1 gems in game. So it's another transaction for me to then send it to my wallet, and I don't desperately do that. I don't do that every day. But, I'm playing a variety of games. At the moment, there's not a huge amount of immersive crypto games. Things like STEPN is a different, unique beast in itself. But on top of that, you've got a lot of first-person shooters if you want. There is plenty of games to get on. Being early is key to a lot of it. But as always, hope I've helped. And thank you, Mother, for the rabbits.